Hey fanatics, DJ Briggs here, back for another video, and today I have a review on a Lego Jurassic World Dominion 2022 set. It is blue and beta Velociraptor capture, 181 pieces, set number is 76946, recommended building ages is 6 and up. And this is one of the sets that got hit with that price inflation at the start of August there. So this set now retails for $35 United States here in America, where it previously cost like $30. But with all the formalities out of the way, let's start deconstructing it, seeing how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. First up, we're going to take a look at Maisie Lockwood. Pretty much almost identical to the one that we previously looked at in that small 4+ set for the wave, but here she actually has that hidden side beanie braid combo there, nicely molded into a new color variant for that, with the beanie being black, and then you've got the brunette hair. So that is a really nice recolor for that part. But taking it off, you can get a better look at the torso there. Remarkably faithful to the outfit she wears in Dominion, with the undershirt there with a nice design there too. Just plain dark blue legs there to represent her jeans. On the back, you have a nice design there for the back of the jacket, and then you have her alternate face there. That is reused from the Karina Smith, I believe, was the first figure that had that face, but it's still reused, and that's what that face looks like, highlighted by the hair piece there. So looking at the second figure included in the set, Rain Delacourt, new character for the movie and new bad guy. He does come with that standard rifle there that they use throughout this line, clipped with a yellow syringe this time that they're using for the tranquilizers. That is a pretty rare color. Debuted last year, but it does show up in all these Jurassic World Dominion sets. Comes with a regular Daston hair that we've seen numerous times before. Nice head print there with a nice little snake tattoo in the corner. I'm assuming that's what that is. That's what it kind of looks like. Nice stubble. He does have a second face where he is way more grinning and maniacally happy or evil, and that's what that looks like, highlighted by the hair. But getting into the torso there, it's very nicely detailed. You have the jacket and the undershirt, dark blue there. This is exclusive to the set as well, so that's pretty nice. You do have mismatched hands there. To note, the one that's supposed to be holding the rifle is like dark red, just to show maybe a specialized glove or something. And then torso printing continues down to the legs for the trench coat there, but like typical trench coats, we get no side printing here, and that's kind of unfortunate. That doesn't make it look like he is wearing a jacket that's a bit long. It just looks like doesn't really look like a jacket. It looks like some of it carries to the front of the legs, and that's about it. So I would have liked to have seen some dual molding there or some printing around the side, but yeah, dual molding would have done that a lot better. And now we get to talk about the dinos, because Lego loves to treat the dinos like minifigures. We get blue. This is the only set blue comes in for a Jurassic World set. And you can notice right away a stark departure from previous blues. I feel like they finally got the color right here. For the first movie, it was like a dark green. For the second one, it was like more of a sand green. And here, they just went full out light gray. And I feel like that is such a better color choice for how Blue's skin looks in the movie. But you do have that nice printing starting up at the head there and continuing down. You have some nice printing for like the texture of the skin and whatnot, and the blue stripe that goes down all the way to the tail, which is, as always, is rubber. If you haven't seen this Velociraptor mold that they've used before, but that tip is rubber, and it is printed very nicely on both sides. The the nails on the feet and the hands, they are painted. They are not dual molded, but they are painted pretty well. But going into articulation, as you can see, both legs kind of move front and back there. You can get this into kind of a walking pose, but then it gets kind of a little side heavy there. You do have studs on the top, if I didn't mention that before. So you can sit something on top of there. The arms kind of move back and forth, but that's it. They don't move at the fingers. And then the neck can actually make this go 360, which I'm pretty sure is not a thing Velociraptors could actually do, but it is a side effect of how they chose to do this set of molds. And then you can articulate the mouth. It really only has those 2 clicks of closed and then all the way open. You can kind of fudge it to get it kind of halfway closed, but it always wants to snap back between those two. You have Beta, Blue's child for this movie. It is a brand new mold too. Pretty much it's a lot bigger than the baby mold. Baby Velociraptor mold that they debuted for Fallen Kingdom, so it's a little bit bigger, but it's still a static non-moving piece, and just keeps on falling on me. But it is very nicely done, very nicely molded too. Very nice printing as well. For how small this is, you have some nice eye detail, the blue stripe carrying on from the mother there, a little bit of skin detail, some detail on the tail there, and pretty much, as you can see, it is pretty much the print that is used on Blue there, just shrunk down to for a smaller scale. So just to accentuate the baby dino aspect of Beta here. Looking at the set all built up, you get a pickup truck, you get a couple of sub-assemblies of a mountain bike with a little bit of terrain, and you get a trap to capture Beta. Most of the build in this set wasn't that complex. Most of it just went into the pickup truck here, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, but first we're going to get into those sub-assemblies first there. Looking at the mountain bike and the little bit of terrain, this mountain bike is for Maisie. It is new in this color and exclusive to the set, so that is pretty nice, as well as the wheel inserts. They are also exclusive to this color. Just give you something to play with, recreate the scenes in the movie. And then this nice little build of terrain. They did this once before in a city line, I think one of the outdoor sets, but it is pretty much just a simple assembly to represent a little bit of log being fallen over, and just to give you a little bit of ramp. So if you have Maisie on this, you can just ride it and go over it in pursuit of the pickup truck as they try to escape with Beta there. Their main little build of this set for sub-assemblies is this trap to capture Beta. It's pretty simple in its construction, but it does use a nice assortment of pieces here. I really enjoyed the leaves here being clipped on the sides and being upside down. That's pretty nice. You have the chain there that can pop off easily, and that's part of the play feature. Those just keep the thing kind of stable when you have it on the truck and Beta captured. But as you can see, all of it folded out. You have a nice turkey or a chicken leg there, meant as bait. So pretty much what you do is when Beta comes in, you have these studs here. Beta can just stick on there, and you can pretend that the trap sprung and Beta's been captured. Sometimes they'll pop off, but what you do, and then these just come around and clip on, and Beta is captured. So you take her away in this nice pickup truck. So getting into this makes up the bulk of the build here. It's pretty similar to a city pickup truck that they did a while back, I believe, with one of the campers. They even have the little stripe of parts here for the white stripe going down the center of the truck here. Very nicely built. You have a nice version of the grill there using some nice parts. Where the license plate goes, there is nothing there. There are no stickers in this set, interestingly enough. Back of the pickup truck is very nicely designed as well. You have doesn't fold out, but you have enough space in the bed of the truck there. Again, where the license plate would go, back there, but no sticker to represent it. Build. This was pretty well built up using parts, no preformed pieces. How those wheels are attached is a pretty interesting build there. If you want to see, I advise checking out the instructions on lego.com. It's pretty interesting how that build was done there. But getting into the bed of this pickup truck, you can see they use some nice part usage here to do the inner wheel covers that are always covering the wheel well area for pickup trucks. So that is pretty nice to see that level of detail in a regular set there. But what that also does is you take the trap, and that just sits in here very nicely. It doesn't attach to anything. You just set it in there, and you and it just sits in there fine. It's pretty well wedged in there. It's not going anywhere unless you really shake this up. But that is also pretty nice that they actually took that into consideration. You got some rear view mirrors on the side there, just clipped on. And then opening this up, you have a seat for Delacorte here. It's just a single seat in the center there, a little bit of headrest represented, and a steering wheel. Very basic on the details. If it fits in there pretty nicely and pretty snugly. But his gun, there is no place to clip this, no place to actually put this, so you can pretty much just put it in there by him, but that's gonna shake loose and fall with rough play, so I don't appreciate that. And then putting the truck, putting the hood back on the truck, it does have enough clearance in case you were wondering, so he does fit in there pretty nice and snug. But overall, it does roll nice. Very nicely designed truck again. It's just my main issue is with lack of clip there for Delacorte's accessories. Again, you can stick it in there, but you start playing with this rough or something, that gun's gonna fall out, and it's just gonna you're gonna lose it. Any kid's gonna lose it, so they're gonna get pretty mad. And for extra pieces, pretty much not much here. Only really standouts. You do get an extra one of that newest color for the syringe, and you do get that small chain and as an extra piece, so that is pretty nice. Looking at the instructions, pretty standard here. It's all combined to one booklet. It's got that magazine stapled style, so you can open it up pretty easily. You got a nice product shot of the set of the box art there. Boy, do I miss that with the newer style of instructions. So first page does give you that little how to use the building app if you want to build that way. Whole thing just takes about 62 pages worth of building, and you got Maisie down there supporting the progress bar. You got cross-sell for the entire Dominion line there, as well as showing that a couple of the sets can connect if you want them to. Then you get a nice cross-sell of all the dinosaurs from the Dominion wave here. Parts, inventory, generic minifigure on the back. In the box, that standard $30 to $40 size here. You got that Jurassic World Dominion style there with the gray borders represented with tiles and whatnot. You got the amber in the corner there. With the mosquito, with one of the dinosaurs bursting through the box, with blue being the dinosaur featured here, because, well, it's a set with blue in it. Top of the box, you just have a few of the minifigures, as well as Maisie there, supporting the actual size reference. Side of the box, you just get more of that amber. This side of the box, you get a nice little Lego-fied version of Blue and Beta there, which is pretty nice. And then back of the box, you just have a few different play scenarios and features as a set, as well as a nice little informational thing about how big Velociraptors actually were in real life, or what scientists believe they were. So going into my final thoughts for the set, into the overall build of this set, I think that is very well designed. I think that it does have that issue of not having the clip for the weapon, for Rain's weapon there, but that is so minor of a detail with me. I would have loved to have seen it. They could have easily incorporated it to the side of the vehicle, but the designer just chose not to. But overall, build was very enjoyable. It was very well used in parts, and really well designed. Playability, you have that nice design for the capture. I do like the fact that it was able to go in the bed of the pickup truck, and then you just get this nice little terrain build with a mountain bike for to reenact a chase scene with Maisie there, which of course is, if you've seen the movie, that is exactly what happens a little bit, but it is a very nice play scenario to give kids, to give that conflict. So the build overall was very nicely done. Getting into the main figures, only real issue here, Rain's legs. That is the only real issue I have here. Maisie is very nicely designed, very accurate to the costume she has in the movie. Not quite with the beanie hat, but I'll let that slide because that is such an awesome piece that they came out with. I really like the new color for that, so that is really nice. Again, this was designed before the movie even came out, so probably weren't given enough reference material for that or something. And then the dinosaurs, you can't go wrong with them. I really appreciate blue being in that nice new accurate color to how she actually looks like in the actual film. That gray just suits her the best versus the like olive and the sand green that they chose for her prior and the dark green. I feel like this really captures our final possibly for blue there. Very nicely knocked out of the park, in my opinion. Now, I had no quality issues with my set whatsoever, so this section's pretty barren. Looking back, I want to talk about price, and I will be going by what I said in the intro of the new inflated, adjusted for inflation price of $35 here in the US. So they pretty much just slapped $5 onto what the original price was, and I'm gonna assume that it was because of the dinosaurs there. Because looking at the rest of the build, that pickup truck is, in terms of city, that's like a $20 set. So this whole thing of being original 30 or 35 now, to be more exact, $20 going straight to the pickup. Little bit of the side builds, yeah, I can see 20 to 25 there, and then Lego likes to charge a little bit of extra for the dinosaurs. They, with the Jurassic World line, the dinosaurs tend to bump up the price, and especially when you start including the bigger dinosaurs. So Velociraptors here, that is kind of a sizable dino to jump up the price a little bit, but then they did create the new mold for Beta there, so that mold that's kind of a one-off mold that kind of, I'm assuming, costs a little bit more of them to specifically produce that particular part, so that may have been a contributor to that price. But overall, $35 for this now. Yeah, I can see it. Don't have to like it, I can see it. So yeah, it is very worth it. It does. It's the only Jurassic World set that has blue in it. You get this nice pickup truck. You do get one of the main characters in Maisie, one of the main bad guys in Rain. Overall, it's a very nice package. So with all that being said, with all that being considered, this set does get an 8 out of 10 for me. Again, highly recommend it. Maybe wait for a sale if you don't like that $35 price, but this is a good set for kids. It's a nice little pickup for adults who want to use the parts for other things or use it for their city. So overall, highly recommend. But that does it for this video. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. I always look forward to discussing them with you. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. Helps the algorithm, helps the channel. And with all that said, I will see you in the next video. Until next time, stack on.